Okay, here we have a 1994 Ford F150 V8 5.0. If you have a your fan is only working on high, as you can see here, it only works on high. Low doesn't work. I guess medium or the middle doesn't work either. It's only working when it's put on high. If this is happening to your Ford vehicle, most likely the cause is probably your blower motor resistor, which is located in the fan box underneath the hood. Okay, this is your blower motor resistor is located right here, and what I used was a 3/4 inch ratchet with an extension and a 5/16 socket on the end. I already disassembled it to make the video go a little faster, but you'll have 2 screws. You got one in the top, and then you'll have one in the bottom. I recommend leaving the connector in, taking your screws out, and then pull the whole piece out. So you got one up top, one on the bottom. With your extension, you can get in there a little bit easier, like that. One up top, one up bottom. Pull the 2 screws out. Then you'll reach in there, remove the whole piece with the resistor in. I already disconnected it to make it look a little bit easier. So you pull it out. This will be connected. If you try to disconnect it when it's in, you'll probably snap one of these, snap part of this connector off. So you take it out, the whole thing. Then could so it'll come out like this. You'll pull it out, it'll come out like that. And you can probably put one of your screwdrivers in this side, give it a little wig, in this side a little wig. It might be hard to disconnect. So this truck is pretty old, 23, 24 years old. I put a screwdriver in there and there, and I used a pair of pliers like this and like this, jiggled it and pulled it off. Okay, so the reason why, as you'll see in here, inside this resistor, it's pretty rusted. And, on your low setting, you got your medium setting and your high setting. It'll always work on high. I recommend replacing the whole resistor. Probably get it at your local auto parts store, anywhere from 10 to 20 bucks, depending on which manufacturer or brand you buy. In this case, it's probably not working because it's not making any contact. As you see, everything's all rusted. And then inside here where it connects, I don't know if you can see it that good. It's these prongs in here. There's a lot of rust at the end of each prong. And then you'll have this connector, which may have a lot of corrosion and rust in here. So what I did was I took a can of QD electrical cleaner. Get that at your local auto parts store also. And I sprayed a little bit inside here. Let it dry out. If you can get a Q-tip or a thin piece of metal and try to scrape some of that out, blow it out, anything you can to clean it. And then the resistor, like I said, you're probably just better off buying another one. If you buy another one and it's still not working, you know, again, your problem might be the corrosion inside of the connector. You can replace this connector, buy another connector and, you know, cut somewhere in here and splice the 4 wires back together. And then I just took a little wire brush and sprayed it with some electronic parts cleaner inside, outside. Before you reconnect anything, make sure it dries pretty thoroughly. And then I took my wire brush. You know, you can scrape some of this rust off in here. You know, get it as clean as you can. And then I'm gonna clean mine a little more. You gotta have a little patience. It does take some time. And then again, you got your you know, your medium, your high, and your low. And inside the vehicle, as you put it on low, I guess it would flow through one. On medium, it would flow through the other one. And then even if this is bad, it'll always run on high. And then your location is this is the actual engine. You can see on the F150. And here's your EGR valve. Here's your heater lines. And this canister and these hoses right under there. Right back in there. And then, you know, after you're done cleaning everything, you could, you know, either reconnect it, put it back in there, tighten up your bolts. You know, wait for everything to dry thoroughly if you spray it with the electric parts cleaner, you know, before putting it back in. But again, that's what it looks like. It should be the same on a 92 to 96 Ford F150, 250 and 350. I'm not exactly sure, but basically the location's, you know, the same on all these older Fords. So it'll be on the left side, under the hood, on the side of this canister, right, refrigerant canister right underneath, in there, under these 2 heater lines. Hope this video helped anyone out that's having the same issue. And then again, you know, you'll have your inside the vehicle. Again, the car's not started right now, but you know, your heat or your fan, whether it's blowing out cool or hot air, this is your fan. You got, you know, low, I guess a little bit higher than low, middle, and then a high. So if it's only working on high, not this one, and not low, or this one, then most likely your problem is the resistor inside your fan box. Again, this one's all corroded. and then you can see the little metal where it makes contact in here, and then it goes through those prongs, plugs it into the connector, and you have to get current going all the way through. So if you got any rust or corrosion that's going to stop that current, then your fan is not going to work on those settings. Could be your resistor, could be the corrosion. Again, I would just replace it. This truck's pretty old. In this case, I'm going to try to clean it. If it doesn't work, I'll just buy another one. And if you buy a new one and it doesn't work, then I would definitely check the connector, because that also gets corroded inside pretty good also. You can see the corrosion in there, and you know, everything has to have good contact. Okay, I hope this video helps anybody out that's having the same issue.